Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Wisconsin Badgers, Barry Alvarez Field at historic Camp Randall Stadium, where we are looking forward to a fantastic battle. Today, a Big Ten clash, and you know when you square off against a conference opponent, the blood boils a little hotter, as we'll see a team looking for its first win, the USC Trojans, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Wisconsin Badgers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Badgers will boot it away to start the game. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down here for the offense. Looking to move it through the air. He's going to take a shot right away. Got him downfield. And they are pushing the ball down the field. A big pickup on that one, and the tackle is finally made.
Well, he hauls that pass in. Big play for the offense. The Trojans have had such a history at this receiver position, right? You go back to Mike Williams, Keyshawn Johnson, Juju, and then Jordan Addison. There's always a playmaker on the perimeter of the field for the quarterback to take advantage of, and they've got to keep feeding this guy the football. He is dangerous.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And the Trojans are threatening in the red zone. Wide out in motion. From the red zone, looking for a receiver. He's got him still on his feet. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. You want to talk about a great way to start the game and set the tone early.
It's so nice to have a quarterback just get himself into the game, get himself established. You make a couple throws, you lead your offense down the field, you score right off the bat. Could not have been a better start for that QB.
And he winds up right where he would have on the touchback. Goes out of bounds at the 25. Here comes the offense on first down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Flushed out of the pocket. Fires on the move. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. This new Big Ten is balanced and deep, and you're not going to get many mulligans. You're going to need to get off to a quick start.
And it's going to be a physical grind ahead. You look at the schedule for these teams, it's brutal. Each and every week, you are going to get tested. So it's important they get off to a really fast start. They've got to come out, take everything they did on the practice field this offseason, and let these guys go play.
Yeah, and you got to let it rip.
Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end. to the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Badger!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And we're all square as he's set to kick it away. And he takes this from inside the 5. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
The Trojans getting it done through the air, picking up the first down.
And they always got one of these, a big arm sucker that can sling the ball down the field. You think about USC, that's what I always think about. Quarterbacks, playmakers, Hollywood, Heismans.
Line getting set on second down. Now the play fake. Coming after it. Oh, what a grab by the defense. Looking for more room. And he's going to score on the interception. Touchdown, Wisconsin.
And we're going to talk about the guy who caught that and returned it for the touchdown. But how about the pressure on the quarterback? You've got to get ways to be physical with him and make him uncomfortable. Nice job hitting him as he's throwing with the football. And then, obviously, interception and 6 points.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. And guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game.
And the ball slipped out. And the ball will bounce out of bounds on the fumble. If this were a wider field, like maybe in Canada or something, that might have been a turnover.
And they could have turned it into a rouge, eh? I mean, this was a great chance by the defense here. I just love the fact that they are flying around and trying to dislodge the football from these ball carriers.
Good pickup on the ground, and they'll mark him down at the 39.
And it's just simple. Simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the right. Incomplete, and he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic, and fortunate to get it back.
Man, this quarterback is living dangerously right now, guys. Of course, we're only in the first quarter. This guy's already thrown 1 pick. He should have thrown his second right there.
Couldn't find his man last time. That leaves him with a 3rd and 6. Motion from the offense. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. It's caught. And there was lots of space as he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And that ball is intercepted at the goal line. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. They'll go to the ground. And he found plenty of running room on that one before the defense was finally able to get him down. It's first down from back at their own 24-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. Finds his way ahead for 5, and now they've got it at the 28.
And I like the quarterback making the decision quickly. I'm going to give it. I'm not going to throw the football off the RPO and just let my back get some positive yards. You're getting 5+ yards. That is a great job by the offense. Continue to stick with him.
Really good-looking run right there. He reminds me of one of the greatest Wisconsin players of all time, Heisman Trophy winner Ron Dayne, who was a teammate of mine with the New York Giants, and he was so good at being patient and setting up blocks. This guy shows that patience as well. Really helps out the running game because he's not in a rush. He just takes his time and carves his way through the defense.
We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Smith wants to throw. Setting up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
And on those screen passes, I want those defensive linemen to run right up the field, and I want to throw it right over their head where I got some space and I can get my running back going. That is the opposite of what happened right there. There was no space. He couldn't even get going.
They're trying to get to it. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean, and sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And that pass picked off, bringing it back. And he showed off the wheels after using the hands on the pick, and he gets it down to the 34-yard line.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Wisconsin 14, USC 7.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll try the run. And a really nice run and pick up there before the defense avoided disaster and stopped the really big play.
And here we go. If you're an offense, you got to get that ground game going so you can have some balance, and then you give it to your quarterback, Palmer, and let him make some plays down the field later on.
Yeah, exactly. And coming into this game, this offense knew they were going to have to some way, somehow, at least establish a semblance of...
Headed to the end zone. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that 1st down on that run play.
On the move. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Trojans! Coaches say, we can't play you if you don't do what you're coached to do. We also can't play you if you only do what you're coached to do. That was just a great instinctive play.
That's a lot of do's, so I don't know what to do. What do you want me to do? All I know is that guy's fast, and he continues to break tackles and make plays and scramble outside the pocket. He can do it all, so I don't know what to do.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. Boy, they hope this next drive is more productive after throwing a pick last time, Jesse.
Yeah, and the coaches did a good job on the sideline there, just talking to the young quarterback and making sure he's able to turn the page, calm him down, to go out and refocus this drive.
Yeah, and some people do that better than others, but you got to show some trust in him. Maybe get the ground game going, help around him a little bit with this system.
Going up top on 1st down. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Well, give the defense credit because they're forcing this quarterback to throw into very small windows under duress.
Ball still spotted at the 34. It's 2nd and 10. Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Quarterback now breaking the field. That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble.
I like the offensive idea here to try to change the launch point of the QB, but you got to do a better job protecting him because guys can't complete passes when they're getting hit.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Makes the grab. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains.
Well, I think on that play you saw why this guy's such a big weapon in this offense. The receiver, he does such a nice job with his routes. He's patient, and he's consistent, and he's got good hands. You don't see him put a lot of balls on the ground. Nice job there picking up the first down.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
Quarterback will audible. Back to the air one more time. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
Yeah, and you can tell the timing wasn't great, and quarterback and receiver not on the same page, but when you're going to miss, don't miss towards the DB. You definitely want to miss out towards the sideline so you don't get yourself in trouble.
Tuna! Longer!
Smith dropping to pass. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want. Receivers work tirelessly tapping that toe along the sideline, and it just looks so natural for him.
Yeah, it can't just be pat and go all the time, right? Reese just jogging down the field, ball hits you right in stride. You got to be able to make awkward body catches and do it getting your feet in bounds. That was sweet.
Working their way closer and closer. A 3rd down conversion, and they've got it at the 26.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
And the Badgers have it with a 1st and 10. They'll give it to the back. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
You know, the one thing you can say about this defense, they pursue the football. The first guy might miss, the second guy might miss, but there's going to be more and more hats flying to the ball carrier. You saw it on that play, getting a tackle for loss.
Defense getting stingier in their own end of the field. It's 3rd and long from the 28. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. On 3rd down, going up top. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39.
And that's just pure speed off the line of scrimmage. That offensive tackle had no shot. Barely even got a hand on that D end as he came around the outside.
And they're running out the kicker to give it a try. He says he's got a big leg. He's going to have to show it from 56 yards out. That is no good. After that failed field goal attempt, fellas, still tie ball game. This Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. Jesse, a very productive drive last time, wound up with a touchdown.
Yeah, mixing and matching play calling really well. Nice balance.
Oh, they knock it free. And this fumble bounces out of bounds. And sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and they were lucky that that ball went out of bounds.
Yeah, they sure were. These ball carriers have got to know that this...
And let's hold on just a minute here as the officials are going to have a second look. So the officials take a closer look and the replay booth will overturn the call. Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. The quick out. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
And a really good job by the quarterback being very decisive. He saw his matchup, he went for it, he attacked it, got the positive gain. I would say he's going to find that guy a few more times today.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
How about the defender being a heat-seeking missile? He was on radar lock. He found the football and flew down with some bad intentions.
Lets it fly. Complete to the right. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21.
That's a first down for the offense.
They'll throw it on first down. Slips away. Can't make the grab. Quarterback just missed him a little bit.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
The incompletion leads to 2nd and 10. Running to the left. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up. The clock will stop with this timeout from the offense. They'll get a chance to regroup on the sideline. The Trojans looking to take advantage of this red zone trip. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Quickly complete. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. And the O will stay out there and go for it on 4th and inches. Direct snap. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout.
Well, no mystery there. 4th and inches. Hand it off. Keep the drive alive.
Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. From the gun, he'll try to throw. And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Southern Cal!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Here we go. Slide 22. Slide 22.
They want to throw it. He's into the end zone, and they'll put 2 more on the board just before halftime. So that's a 60-yard touchdown drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. They're just about ready to kick it away. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. One more play before the teams head to the locker room. They'll throw it on first down. Pressure coming. Can't find a receiver, and down goes the quarterback. A sack to punctuate this first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. And the Trojans will kick it away to start the second half. Here's the return from inside his 10. And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first.
He's got it down the left. And he gets a big chunk of yardage to the 34-yard line. The Badgers want to pick up the tempo.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
Squeezes out a couple of yards down to the 32. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Trying to get to him. Now adjusting. Oh, he needs to get rid of it. He needs to do something, and he will go down. What a terrible, terrible play and a big loss. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's fourth down.
Third and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, fourth down.
First one is away, and boy, did he put in work in that loss last week, kicking it 5 times. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. Guys, USC has the ball back and sending the offense onto the field. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
They'll leave it with him. Powers through the defender. A little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge game? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Looking to pass on second down. He lobs one high down the left side. And that deep shot's going to wind up incomplete, but we do have a flag on the field. Let's see what the official says.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
The defense in a most benevolent move, giving the offense a new set of downs. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
He makes it look so routine out there, just plucking passes in this offense. When you think about the success the Trojans have had offensively in the past and certainly in more recent times, it always feels like there's got to be at least one receiver in this offense in the discussion for best in the country. This guy, I think, can be that.
Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down.
Well, the offensive line has got to give him at least a little bit of time to survey the field. He had no chance that time, getting hit almost immediately after he got the ball.
The give to the back. Had to work to pick up 3 down to the 33-yard line. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
You know, as an offense, you're playing this defense. They're in a 3-4 alignment. You're worried about the pass rush coming off the edge. How about big fella in the middle? Completely collapsed the pocket on that play.
This is a long fourth down try, but the offense stays on the field. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Unloads to the wideout. The completion well past the sticks. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
Looking to pass inside the red zone. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that defender was just smothering the quarterback on that screen attempt. You know, the QB's taught to hold on to it to the last possible second. He had no shot trying to negotiate that defender.
Let's see if they go back to the air on second down. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, they're trying to go option, but the linebacker shows his open field tackling ability and also his recognition. He expected the quarterback to keep it, went after him, was able to make the tackle for loss.
They'll snap it for the 10th time on this drive, but they need a chunk on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Right through his hands. He had a touchdown and just didn't look the ball in. It'll be 4th down.
Tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock him up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion, now setting up 4th.
Absolute shank. Missed it. Still up by 8 after the miss. And Wisconsin has its offense back on the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
On 4th down, going to the air. Hit as he throws, and the ball goes right to the ground, incomplete.
Well, they're unable to come up with that one on 4th down, and I remember this as a player. You practice specific plays on 4th down for those types of situations, and you know all week against the scout team, they've gotten really clean looks, easy to execute against. They didn't get a clean look that time, so you chalk it up to the defense and take note of it next time. You might not run that play again if you're in a similar situation.
Looking down the middle. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
What a play by the defender there, guys, in his own end zone. The offense has taken a shot, and if that defender was just one step behind, that would have been a touchdown. But the hit forces the incompletion.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, that guy is so quick coming out of his stance. Do you see how fast he got to the ball carrier? Get that tackle for loss? Wow.
If they don't pick up this 3rd down, let's see if they trust their field goal kicker after the miss on the last drive. From the gun, wants to pass. Floating away. Throws to the wideout. Hauls it in. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal. The Trojans come to the line in the hurry-up. Looking to throw. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
The run up the middle, looking for the score. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. They've gotten pushed back, but it's still 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Moving out of the pocket. Touchdown, USC! And they take it in for 6 more points. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
What a day. His 3rd rushing touchdown. And when you got your college fantasy football team going, this guy is racking those points up for you. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker is on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they move on top by 15. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was capped off with the 8-yard run.
Wisconsin, 14.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter.
42, Spider.
He wants to throw. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Grabs it inside the 15. He was so close to wrapping up this 3rd quarter with a score. What a play to finish off the period. First down to start the drive after the break. Use the play fake, now to throw. Gets it to the back. He is smashing people. Touchdown, Badger! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And there's so many targets to focus on, so many elite playmakers, and they just lost it. They lost the running back out of the backfield. He catches the football, does the rest, takes it into the end zone. What a nice weapon to have on your team.
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. ULM is down big on the scoreboard, and for a program that traditionally struggles to score, I think we know where this one is headed. They're trailing by 18 to James Madison. And he in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Power football with the run. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football. And the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
Zings it complete to the right. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Leaves it with the running back. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Trojans moving quickly to the line.
At this point of the game, the offense has the lead, and the offensive coordinator knows they want to keep running the football. So he's going back, he's looking at his playlist, and he's saying, which runs work the best for me in this game? What can I lean on right here to make sure we win this one?
They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down, gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Use the play fake, now to throw. Escapes the sack. But he can't get away again, and down he goes, and the trickeration is not so tricky.
Play-action pass success has a lot to do with selling that fake. You could tell defense was not buying it, got in the backfield, got the big play.
A big play for the defense with the first down sack. Now, advantage D as the offense comes up on 2nd down. He looks that one in nicely. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Here's the handoff. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. The offense will stay on the field and go for it on 4th down. 2 for 3 so far in this one. Motion by the back forces the defense to adjust. Into the end zone. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
That is a great job by this defense, coming up big on 4th down when it matters the most. You can tell they were dialed in. They knew they were going to throw the football. The defense was locked in on the quarterback. Great job defending the pass, forcing the incompletion on 4th down.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And the ball is intercepted. Oh, man, thought he had the interception, but the official rules gained too much of an advantage, so wave off the turnover, give up the yardage, it'll be first down. Now it's up to the defense to put this game on ice with a few minutes left to play. He's gonna pass. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And we know turnover margin is a huge part of winning ball games. Interception number 2. His quarterback has to do a better job taking care of the football. Don't force it. Take the high completion percentage stuff. Don't always try to go for the big play.
And he almost ran away from everybody on that one. A huge pickup on that play. The Trojans racing to the line in the hurry-up. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. And he's tackled, but there's also a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. They'll decline that penalty, obviously very happy with the results of the play. We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5.
And, you know, late in the games, offenses sometimes get conservative when they got the lead and they got the ball. I love this offense. They were aggressive. They got another score added to the lead. Now you're trying to salt this game away.
This time, he'll be stopped short of the goal line. So after scoring the touchdown, he tried to tack on the 2-point conversion, but was denied. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
Well, here in the fourth quarter, they were obviously expecting onside kick. They got their hands team on the field. They're able to jump on the ball and make sure they get possession.
Smith wants to throw. Quarterback adapting. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10.
Green 25.
He's looking to throw. He'll pull it down and run. Fights off a defender. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Defensively, I think you have different strategies for these situations. The clock is your friend, right? You want that thing to tick. You're up in the fourth quarter, but you don't want to sit back and prevent, because you've heard the saying, you really just prevent yourself from winning.
Just plowing down the field. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wisconsin!
And that's step one. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
And the quarterback goes down, but there is a penalty flag down. And I think the offense is going to pick up the first down. The defense was offside. He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. Trojan offense is ready to go back to work. And now, Jesse, the art here is to find the balance between milking the clock and trying to get another score.
I think if you're the coaching staff, too, you like to see your team play its best in the fourth quarter, right? Defense just did their job, so offense now, David, has to go out and handle their business.
Yeah, you got the momentum. Because of the defense, they've given you some momentum. They've given you a great opportunity to take hold of this game and really put a stamp on it.
They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Just a solid stop by this sophomore.
And not a surprise by this offense, right? This is a game management type situation. I want to run the football. I want to run the clock. The clock is my friend with the lead late in the fourth quarter, inside of a minute. I'm going to keep this ground game going and make you have to look at that clock continue to tick.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
After that incompletion on 3rd and short, it's going to be an interesting decision for the head coach, because I know he believes in his guys to go get it here on 4th down and pad the lead. But if you kick a field goal, you make it a 2-possession game here in the second half, and I think that's the right decision.
Gotta have it here on 4th down. Pocket starts to collapse. And the pass is incomplete on 4th down, but hold on just a second. We've got to see what the flag's about. And the Trojans just want to hold on to this ball for the final minute. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. A run up the middle is stopped for no gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Ordinarily on 2nd and 10, you might look past, but here you just want to keep that clock moving. Pulls it in. It's Robbins. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
And obviously, getting the completion, it's a killer. They get a new set of downs. You got to find a way to make a play now. The saving grace, I guess, Jesse, is he ran out of bounds and stopped the clock, so at least the clock isn't running.
A shot toward the end zone. Here's an interception. Oh, did they need that turnover? And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Let's go. This is how you make it interesting. Your defense has to come through, has to make the big play, and they do. Clock running out, get the ball back to your offense. Way to force the issue, create the interception.
The Wisconsin offense will come back on the field to jump around a bit. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Man, you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the fourth quarter, you've got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody, like forcing an incompletion against that guy.
And he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Aggressive versus reckless. It's such a fine line when you're trailing and you need to make plays late in the game. The offense was reckless, turned the football over, and this one doesn't look great.
Going for it all. He was open, he had it, and he dropped it. Would have been a touchdown. Instead, it's second down.
And that's how pressure on a quarterback can affect the passing game. They were able to get after him on that play, and as a result, the QB made a bad decision, forcing that football into double coverage.
On second down, looking again to throw. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Timeout called by the defense. 13 seconds to go. Third play of the drive, and they need to take advantage of this field position by making something happen on third and long. Throwing right. Complete downfield. Goes out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they'll be set up and in great position here. You already have the lead. Scoring is always good, but milk the clock, and it will be your friend. And this was just a low man wins battle right on the doorstep of the goal line, and the defense comes up with the stop. Can the D deny them on second and goal? A run for the quarterback. And he gets it into the end zone for a touchdown, a gut punch to this defense, and probably a knockout punch.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. After this, it'll be a wrap. He's looking to throw it. He hurls one deep down the left side. And the pass is incomplete, and the ball game is complete. A strong, methodical, workmanlike